The Overlander has its roots in what Karve learned from the Christopher Bradley and from their customers' feedback. Designed for comfort across a wide variety of conditions, the Overlander is great for daily shaves or handling multiple days of growth. Whether you're at home in your den, on a business trip, or at the cabin, the Overlander is there when you need it. Like the Christopher Bradley before it, the Overlander is intuitive to use. It's on the more efficient side of the spectrum, but not overly so. A moderate amount of blade exposure is combined with head geometry that won't push you if you don't get the shave angle exactly right. The blade is clamped securely, minimizing chatter and ensuring a smooth shave. It is possible to go against the grain on the first pass without getting nicked, whether intentionally or not. It's a great feature for head shaving, for when you're in a hurry or your beard doesn't grow straight and mapping it accurately is difficult. Shave angle comes up a lot when discussing the Christopher Bradley. Many of Karve's customers like the Christopher Bradley just the way it is, but a number of wet shavers prefer a more traditional shave angle. The Overlander runs closer to the nominal 30-degree shave angle and doesn't ride the cap the same way the Christopher Bradley does. The large passages on the underside of the base plate make it easy to rinse. The Overlander head is designed around one plate and the blade tabs are covered. The Christopher Bradley plates are not compatible with the Overlander. The entire razor is constructed from stainless steel and bead blasted for a subtle matte finish, and this is what I'm going to be shaving with, so stay tuned. The Karve Overlander. This is a beautiful, beautiful razor here. I really dig the knurling here. The knurling looks really, really nice, really cool design, and it is a very, very hefty razor. It's just a beautiful, beautiful razor. I know a lot of guys aren't big fans of the 30-degree angle, but I'm going to give it a go. Personally, I haven't had really good experience with a 30-degree angle. I did try the Henson, and that razor's not for me. I did not care for it. I did not like it. I actually gave it to my son, and my son absolutely loves it. So you got guys on both sides of the spectrum. Some guys love it, some guys don't. I haven't really heard too many negative things about this razor, except for the blade angle, and that is very, very mild. The information I just went over off the website now says it's very efficient. So my buddy Siraj that let me borrow this says if you put a sharp blade in here like a feather, that it's really, really smooth, really great shaver. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to give this guy a test run. So let's go over everything else I'm going to be using also. I'm going to be shaving with Kaizen from A&E. I got the matching aftershave splash also. I've got my Allen block here from Shave Nation. And I'm going to be using my Yachi 24mm brush. This is a synthetic knot here. And some of you guys will be happy to know that I did bowl lather today. So this is what I'm using. So let's get back to this Overlander by Karve. And let's go over some of the specs of this guy. The Karve Overlander was released November 26th of 2021. And the following specs we'll go over are based on the 3.5-inch handle. You can visit the website for details on their other handle lengths. In this configuration, the overall length is 98mm or 3.85 inches. The handle length itself is 90mm or 3.55 inches. The handle thread is a number 10 by a 32 pitch. The blade gap is 0.73mm and blade exposure is 0.07 millimeters. The weight of this stainless steel razor is 102 grams. It is 100% made in Canada and costs $213 US. So let's get a blade in this guy and let's get it ready to shave. So I'm going to remove the barrel here, and there is a buffer ring here. So we're going to get that out of the way. We're going to remove the cap and the plate. And then I've got a feather blade here. Let's see, I have it upside down. So the feather blade is what Siraj recommends for this razor here. So I'm going to get that into the top cap here. We'll get it inside of these tabs. Then I will get the base plate on. Then we'll get this buffer ring on here. Let's get the barrel back on it. So I'm going to tighten this guy down. Then I'm going to loosen it up a little bit, tighten it back down. I just like doing that, make sure everything's aligned. I'm going to look at my blade, make sure everything's aligned really nice, and it is. So let's get some lather on my face and let's start shaving. Looks like I got a good amount of soap on my face there. So I'm going to take this razor, I'm going to dip it in the water, and we're going to start shaving and see what this guy does. My mustache was too thick there to go against the grain right away, so I'm going to go with the grain. Well, let's rinse off, see how it did on that first pass. Didn't do too bad. I do have some here, here, right here, and of course my mustache area because I went with the grain. This is cleaned up pretty good, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply more soap and we'll go against the grain here. All right, we're going to go against the grain here, see how it does. That's about all she wrote there, so let's rinse off real quick, see where we're at. That second pass against the grain. That feels good. It's not as efficient as the website states. I still have a little tiny bit here, so I got a little tiny bit right here where my treble area is at, but my mustache came out good. I got a little tiny bit right there. Let's hit them areas real quick. I find this razor to be a mild razor. Yeah, it's an efficient razor. Efficient, but on the more mild side of things, I would say, in my opinion. It's a very, very good razor. I like it. If you wanted to purchase this razor as your first razor, I would say that you'd be safe doing that. There we go. Yeah, it's mild enough to where you can begin with this razor. And that would be perfectly fine in my opinion. All right, perfect. Yeah, really good shave with this razor. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this razor. Really good razor. So I'm going to rinse off really good here and we'll be back with the Allen block. I'm rinsed off pretty good there. I got my Allen block here. I'm going to stick it in the water, dip it in the water, and let's see what it tells us. I got absolutely nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, I got a really good shave and there is nothing. I have no feedback from this Allen block. Oh, really cool. All right, I'm going to let that sit on my face for about 30 seconds. I'm going to rinse it off. We'll be back with the splash. I have the matching aftershave splash here, the Kaizen from A&E. I'm just going to shake the snot out of this guy. Then we'll get it on our face here. Not sure if there's any alcohol in this. I can't feel any sting or anything. Man, it smells amazing though. I got a really good shave. Had to work a little bit for it, but not a lot. I've definitely shaved with less efficient razors where I had to do more work. So the Karve Overlander. This is a really good razor. Would I recommend it for beginners? If money isn't an issue and it's in your price point for beginners, $213, it's a bit pricey, but if it's not an issue for you and you're a beginner and you want to get into it, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a safe razor. Out of the 3 razors that Siraj lent me, this one was the most inefficient. I'm not saying that it is inefficient. It's the most inefficient out of the 3. In my honest opinion, if I would have bought this guy with my own money, I would have been a little disappointed because I do like a more efficient razor. On the website, it does state that this is an efficient razor. But then again, it also states that it's a perfect daily driver. You know you're not going to get a daily driver that's super efficient. But like I said, personally, I might have been a little disappointed because I do like them on the more efficient side. And with the website stating that it is more on the more efficient side, I might have been a little disappointed. But you do have to take everything they say into consideration. They do also state, in their defense, they also state that it is a daily driver. So you're not going to get a razor that's super efficient and use it as a daily driver. You're not going to do that. So just take the information as it is and what it's telling you. Pay attention to the small fine print, right? It's not in fine print, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, absolutely. I really like this razor. Not enough to go buy it, but I'm glad I got to use it because now I know. And now you know. Beautiful razor though. It's a beautiful razor. That's my take on the Karve Overlander. Good razor. I'm glad I was able to use it and find out what it's all about. Thank you so much, Siraj. I really appreciate it. You guys go check out Siraj Shaving Solitude over on his YouTube channel. Give him a like, subscribe, watch his videos. You're gonna learn something. Really good razor reviews. So anyways, thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless.